Welcome to more fun. This is a 1998 Ocean Alexander 486 Classico. It's a two-owner vessel with the current owner owning this boat since 2003. So in the past 20 plus years, it's only had one single owner who's meticulously maintained this vessel, which you'll have to see for yourself when you get aboard. Now, a few things. It's powered by twin Caterpillar 3126 TA 420 horse engines coupled to twin disc transmissions, has upgraded dripless shaft seals, and it has a pair of spare props with it as well. It's very nicely equipped. Bow thruster, upgraded Raymarine electronics. You can tell I'm standing here in the Flybridge, which is a great space. Just read all the specs. So here's what we have, just basics. It's 48 foot overall, 15/8 beam, approximately 4-foot draft, 700 gallons of fuel in 2 tanks. I believe it's 270 gallons of water, 40-gallon holding tank. Just some basic specs. And again, it weighs 48,000 pounds if I didn't mention that already. So very well maintained, beautiful boat. Welcome to more fun. All right, since we're on the Flybridge, we might as well start here today. So, nice davit for your tender. The boat's all set with Weaver chocks. These are removable, so when you don't have the tender on the boat, you just unpin them, slide them out. You can put your Anarodnik chairs or your favorite chairs and table out here. Beautiful place, especially in Seattle if you want to watch a game. Today I'm going to go by, I think there'll be a few shots. The Huskies are playing today. So you can see the fiberglass piece here. We call that the radar arch. And I believe originally that was coined because it had the radar antenna on it. This is an HD Raymarine. Then you have your Starlink next to it, and you have your GPS antennas, etc. Forward steaming light, your anchor light, like I say, GPS antennas. So that's your radar arch. Here we have a bimini top, which you can deploy if you want to be out of the sun, but it's such a nice day today. We left it covered. The settee space up here is really great. We have all new canvas covers for all the settees, the helm station. We have a centered helm, great visibility off the bow. Raymarine electronics, you have the control for your bow thruster, your autopilot system, your engine controls. You can operate your windlass from here. So if you run the boat by yourself, you can you go out and pull the pin on the anchor to free it up. And then you can control here on my side. You can run the windlass for here. So it's really great. Really nice helm station. Great visibility aft, as you can see. Non-skid decks. Great captain's chair. Inside access here, stairs. So if I want to go down to the pilot house, I can go right here very easily. Also, I have a ladder aft that takes me to the cockpit. So getting to and from the Flybridge to the cockpit, the Flybridge to the pilot house. Then there's a door in the pilot house that leads us to the foredeck. And that's a recessed deck, and we'll get to that later. So very accommodating Flybridge. You wouldn't think on 48 feet you could have 12 of your friends sitting up here with you enjoying the day. But that's what you get with more fun. Right. So welcome to the foredeck on the 486 Classico. You can see I'm comfortably leaning against this rail because of the height. You have really nice recessed walkways around the side of this vessel, and not just a tow rail. Tow rails are usually about that high. This is nice. So small children, pets, that kind of, it's a really safe boat for them to get around. All welded stainless steel rail, even around the bow pulpit. And what you have up here, I have this hatch open, show you how easy it is to close. And this is nice because this is access to your chain locker. So you don't have to be down in the forward cabin having someone's head popped out the skylight here and trying to get all the chain in and out if it binds up. You have a Maxwell windlass. It's power up and down. It's Maxwell 2200 is the model. So you have the Wildcat with the chain, stainless steel CQR style. I believe this is an Airtex anchor. I don't see the marking on it, but I believe that's who is made. You got the 360 swivel, which is nice. And then you have covers for, deploying and retrieving your chain and anchor. Nice. Raw water deck washdown as well. Other notable features out here, other than the beautiful non-skid decking, is these hawse cleats. They're nice, they're out of the way. and you have plenty of them up and down the sides of the boat, so makes it easy to get the boat tied up. So those features, got a cover for your windlass. Then you have a skylight that's over the top of the forward VIP. And if it's nice, we have the cover on it. The owner likes to keep it on all the time, takes it off when he's cruising. But this is a great space to put your lounge cushions on. So, and as you can see, the gel coat, it's just beautiful here. So great place for your lounging. Other thing which Jeff can't show you from where he is, but you'll see it when you watch the video, there are stainless steel port lights on the side of this deck house, and they're not on the sides of the hull. So you don't worry about getting water intrusion like you would with ones that are on the hull sides. Not that those leak, but they have a tendency to leak more than ones that are up here on the cabin side. Then you have 3 windshield wipers. They're double arm. The advantage of a double arm is it keeps the blade sweeping straight across. It doesn't do this. It comes across like this. And then you have water jet nozzles here for each window that sprays the windshields. And most of these boats, you'll see that all this rubber, this little rubber strip covers screws. These have all been replaced. Windows have been done. So no leaking, no stains. You have your electric horn on top of the pilot house. Great visibility. You may or may not be able to see Bill King, who we shoot a lot of our videos with. And you probably see him in the Maritimo video we just shot. So great helmsman to have here while we're shooting this. But if you can see him, you can see all the way through the boat. It gives really great visibility from the pilot house. And this is far enough forward. And again, you'll see that in the exterior video. We're far enough forward so you see right over the bow, probably 10, 15 feet. A lot of boats, you're 30, 40 feet out. And yet from the profile, it doesn't look like you're a cab forward design. So this is a great space. So great recessed walkways, non-skid decking, beautiful gel coat work up here. That's the foredeck of the 486 Classico. From here, we're going to head back to the cockpit and walk into the salon. So I just want to show you how easy this is to walk around the side deck. Now I'm going to choose the starboard side deck, and you can see it's nice and wide. See how high the rail is, how wide it is. And if I really didn't want to go all the way down the side, I'd just step into the pilot house and go through the salon. Really nice advantage having this wide walkway all the way. And as I mentioned, you have the hawse cleats, the main cleats that have stainless back. It's just beautiful, the woodwork, all this stainless work. Where they have opening boarding gates, which is here, they do a brace, so it keeps all this really solid. So again, walk on down. You have fuel fills, water fills. Along the way, you have deck drains, so if any water were to pool in here, it won't. It'll run through these drains, they go down through the main drain and out the back. But it really makes it easy coming around here. And if you're worried about grabbing on, you have your ladder, so you have a rail here. Again, it's high. Come around, you have it. You have your hawse cleats in the cockpit. You can even use the grab rail that runs across the transom. It's nice. They have horizontal rails that run across the back, entire back of the vessel. Nice transom door. Since we're moving, I'm not going to step out on the swim platform, but it's beautiful too. It's not all worn out. They've really kept this boat in beautiful shape. Great stainless hardware. Now this is access. I'm just going to lift this up. This is access into your Lazarette. They have a stainless system here to hold spare lines and such. Transom shower, hot, cold. City water hookup is here. This is stainless steel barbecue, fish pour holder. Same thing here. So if you they had a lot of different setups. So if you had a different type of barbecue, you could use this bracketing. They have them on the starboard side as well. So just a couple safety features. One is the life sling. This is just a place to hold more dock lines. This is the post and the compression post for your davit system. So they don't rely on the strength of the hardtop by itself. They have this beautiful post, and then inside's another post that goes down. So your davit has a lot of stability. You know, you're not relying again on the hardtop to support it when you're bringing your dinghy in and out. So one other feature inside this box, I'm not going to open for you, but there's a Brown trash compactor. A lot of folks like to have the trash compactor outside here in the cockpit because you can smash a lot of trash when you're out. You don't have a garbage can to go throw it in. So it keeps the smell out of the galley and keeps it out here if there is any. So that's really it. We talked about the stairs earlier that go to the Flybridge. Beautiful cockpit. And from here, we'll go into the main salon through these beautiful double doors. Welcome to the main salon in the OA 486. One of the things that I like, we talked about the double doors, but it also has a phantom screen system, right? So you can keep out the insects when you don't want them, or if you have small children or pets in here, you close that, still have a nice breeze coming through the vessel. So you walk into the main salon, it has beautiful parquet floors. And I hear from people, they like them or they don't like them. These are original parquet, thick flooring. And if you don't like them, do a bound area rug, and then when you go to sell it to somebody 5-10 years from now who really want real teak floors, they're not luxury vinyl, they're real teak. So it's a great, great feature. So again, let me just step back a little bit. Jeff can get the whole space. We have a beautiful aft-facing L settee. What's nice about this, one, you can use this as a serving bar from the galley. When you're dining, you're looking out this beautiful view. And where you're sitting in the boat, the windows are lower than you are. So we're either sitting on this settee, I can look out and down. I can sit over here on this settee, and I'm looking out and down. They're not high windows. Plus, these windows open so you can get a nice cross breeze. And they have screens, so you open these two windows, have the screen there, you get a really nice cross breeze in the boat. And here in the Pacific Northwest, we have this time of year perfect temperatures, so you can have those open, cross breeze, really enjoy the main salon. So from a dining standpoint, this large L-shaped settee, which this converts into a queen size bed. The straight part, it pulls out, arms come down, and that makes into a beautiful bed. This is also for dining. So this is a high-low table. You have the really nice ottomans here, so you can adjust them wherever you want. Of course, the table's freestanding, so I can move the table where it's comfortable for me. Friends can come in and we sit down and have a nice, nice meal here. Uh, you hear me say features, features, and features. So the boat has diesel heat, which is nice for spring and wintertime cruising here in the Northwest. It has an entertainment center. The woodwork in this boat is outstanding. And I would put this up against any other boat that was built in 1998 that was not kept in a boathouse. And look at this. So the owner keeps all of these beautiful blinds closed when they're not on the boat, keeps the aft drapes, has drapes for the main door in the back. Just keeps the boat looking beautiful. I mean, this teak is just, it's gorgeous. I know I'm rambling on about it, but if you've been around boats a long time, you know how this teak can fade, how bad it can look, water stains. You see none of that here anywhere. Last feature of this, and I didn't mention all of them, you'll have to come see them, is the on-deck galley. And even without going into it, one of the nice things about the galley, it's open to the pilot house. So you can pass food, that's what that upper shelf area is. You can just pass the food up there and you can grab it from the settee in the pilot house. It's a pretty smart arrangement. Plus the captain can look through there aft. So he just doesn't have to look around the starboard stair area, he can look right through. And so great on-deck galley, massively large L-shaped settee, great little napping settee on the starboard side, 3 people can sit comfortably at. Diesel heat, beautiful floors, windows are in perfect condition, easy sliding doors. I point this out on boats that the doors glide back and forth, they're not clunky. On a boat that is a 1998, most rollers have gone, these have been well maintained, and that's what you can see throughout the whole boat. So without rambling on anymore, all right, welcome to the galley. I guess I could have just, when I said next is the galley, I could have just walked into the galley because I was just there. So Jeff pointed it out to me. Next time, I'm not going to have my crying towel. I'm going to just step into the galley. So again, great space, lots of storage. You have overhead cabinet storage, task lighting. This is LED lighting. This has all been upgraded to LED. It originally had halogen lighting. So refrigerator. Now, these are being used as freezer drawers, but they're adjustable, so you can use them refrigerator or freezer. So 2 nice drawers. I could just keep opening everything up and show you the Lazy Susan, which is really cool. Again, nice storage. That's where he keeps his garbage, even though there's a trash compactor out there. Pots and pans. Everything you see on the boat, other than the personal clothing, it all comes with the boat. So the pots and pans, all of it come with the vessel. You have a updated Princess 3-burner propane cooktop. You have the sensor here. So you turn this on, there's a sensor that sniffs for gas. This also goes to the propane tank. There's an electric solenoid. So you just think of an on-off switch. You turn it on, it opens up, lets the gas come through. You turn it off, shuts the gas off. Even with the tank on, there's no gas. But it's nice when you're cooking, you turn this off, leave the burner on, and that will cook all the gas in the line. So if you're concerned about propane, you don't have to worry about it because all the gas is outside the boat. So that's a cool feature. Of course, beautiful large sink. It's within the sinkerator, garbage disposal. And then you have the drop-in secondary sink. So if you're washing dishes and that's what this unit's for. Convection microwave, everybody's familiar with those. And this is nice. So you want to bake a pie or chicken, the oven is at this level. Now, there's always a surprise when you open these up because you never know what you're going to get. But you'll get what you see in here. The Cuisinart, you get that. I'm trying to make this fun because, you know, it's not always, these things aren't always about having fun. The storage in here is fantastic. Oh, I apologize. And then Jeff is leaning against a little ice maker cabinet. So great storage, ice maker. And when it's not in use, they put baking soda in the thing so it keeps it dry and smelling good. It's really clean. So all the things about the galley, it's wide, has great storage, opened up to the pilot house. Like I say, if you don't want to walk the things up, you can set them up here. Now, if you're 4'9" like my mom, you're going to walk them up and around because she'll never be able to reach that high, right? So that's it. And you can see the headroom. So if you do the rooster thing, right? So there's plenty of headroom throughout that boat. So you'll find if you're a tall fella or tall lady, you're going to be able to fit in this galley. So it's really nice space, just like the rest of the vessels you see when you go to the pilot house, which is really laid out very nicely. The galley's a great place. I want to make one other statement as I ramble on, as I do in these videos. This boat does not smell at all. No diesel, no holding tank, nothing. So that's the galley. We're going to move on to the pilot house. Welcome to the pilot house in the 486 Classico. I'm at the helm station actually operating the boat. Bill gave me the chance to run the boat. So nice helm station. Now we wanted to set this up to show you. This is a adjustable seat, of course. But even when we run the boat, you have time for al fresco dining, right? But if you don't want the table set up for you and all your friends, it just neatly folds away. Like I say, so you can move the chair out of the way, fold this over. This slides underneath, as long as you don't have your chair in the way, that is. And here you are. So you can either stand at the helm. Everything's right here in front of you. So upgraded Raymarine, multi-screen, radar, chart plotter, GPS, all that. Raymarine autopilot. We don't have it on, but this is computer navigation with big bay screen. And they have multiple other depth sounder, chart plotter equipment here as well. We have the multi-display screen here. And I mentioned when we were on the foredeck about the visibility. When I said you can see 10 to 15 feet out in front of this boat, this visibility is incredible. And Jeff, when you pan around it here and look at the windshield and around, this teak is in beautiful condition. So trying to make this section short because I have a tendency to ramble on. I can control the windlass from in here. I can control the windlass, deploying the anchor from up on the Flybridge. VHF communications. I have my AC DC panel right here. So easy to get to everything. They're lit, so when you know you have something on, meters for all the gauges. Beautiful teak and holly floors. Great access to the Flybridge. I mentioned before, you can see all the way through to the cockpit from here. So when I'm at the helm station, for me, I can look all the way through and see the cockpit. That's pretty great. And if the transom door is open, I can see the top of the swim platform in the water. So great visibility from the pilot house. When you get aboard the boat, we'll give you a really thorough tour of all the switches, all the things that are here in the pilot house. Until then, I think the next place we're going to go to is the foyer and then the staterooms. Welcome to the owner's suite. It has a third ship queen berth. And a third ship means it runs sideways, right? So instead of fore to aft. Nice position in the bed, nightstands on either side. It actually wraps all the way around. You have the dual opening port lights and these little bars you see hanging there. That's what you clip the port light on when you open it up if you want to just have them open for fresh air. Again, with the rest of the boat, beautiful teak cabinetry worked throughout. Hanging locker. I didn't mention this everywhere in the boat, but there's diesel heat throughout the boat, plus there's built-in electric heaters as well. The teak parquets flooring goes all the way through the vessel. Like I said, hanging locker, drawer storage. This was originally where they had the combo washer dryer. These owners didn't use it, so they took it out and put the shelving in. But you could remove the shelving and put the combo washer dryer back in. So also a great feature other than, TV cabinet, all the things you see here, drawer space, is you have an ensuite head. This is a great feature. So holding tank level indicator, when you have the toilet on, it'll tell you if the holding tank's getting full, not over here, but also here for safety to flush, red don't flush, green flush, vacuum flush toilet, beautiful solid surface countertops, recessed sink, growy faucet, medicine cabinet, a mirrored door, opening port light, again, all LED lighting. Talked about the teak parquet floor. Then a really large shower. Now this door swings out towards me, not in. Otherwise I would, maybe I'll do it anyhow. I always try to show you guys how big the showers are. So look at the headroom in this thing. And it also has a place if you shave your legs or you need to sit down and take a shower, you have a really good space. I'm sure I look better through this acrylic door anyhow, so 20 years younger. But really good elbow room and shelf for all your things. Again, growy fixtures. You can preset the temp as well in the shower. So great space. Opening port light. Some of you may remember we used to hang clothes on a clothesline. So in this shower, it actually has a recoiling clothesline you can pull across if you want to hang towels and things. So great head, beautiful owner suite. We can take a few steps and we could go to VIP suite. So I'll see you in there. Welcome to the VIP suite. You should see in between these takes how funny this could possibly be, because I'm going to throw it in. Always unprofessional video and things happen. So here I am laying on the very large queen bed. Great headroom all around me. Again, I always point out when the teak's beautiful. This is just a beautiful space. So the 486 is a 2-suite vessel. So you have an owner suite, a VIP suite. They both have in-suite heads, stall showers, etc. This is a fantastic space. Some people would probably choose this to be the owner suite. You have a skylight, which we looked at when we're out on the foredeck. Great shelving space, AC, DC plugs, all safety equipment. There's fire extinguisher throughout the boat. Things we should probably talk about with the vessel. Fire extinguisher in the engine room. Have them in each stateroom. There's flashlights in case the power to go off for any reason. But other than that, great storage cabinets, hanging locker. There's dual hanging lockers. There's drawers in the base of the bed. Headliner in here is just absolutely beautiful. There's indirect lighting here, which runs underneath the valance. 4 opening port lights. And we talked about it before. Easy to get off bed, and you can make the whole bed. It's not stuffed in behind some tight cabinetry. And then you have a great head. Just like the owner suite head, stall shower has a lot of room. Decma toilet, teak floor, solid surface countertop, growy fixtures, opening port light, nice blinds, curtains, blinds, medicine cabinet with mirrored door. Again, on the toilet, green lights on when you can flush it, red when you don't. Again, diesel heat and electric heat in that cabin, diesel heat outlet here. So great space. You can tell headroom, everything is really nice in this vessel. Now we're looking into the Lazarette. What you're going to see in here first is the Aqua Whisper Sea Recovery Water Maker. It has filters, sand filters, etc. You expect with this system. Outboard of that, which you really don't see, you have dual potable water pumps. You have an AC pump and you have a 24-volt caliber water pump. Accumulator tank, and that's a pressure tank that when the pump runs, it helps keep the pressure at the faucet constant so it doesn't do that da 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 da, which you people that own boats know what I'm talking about. And then outboard, there's a shelf where you see spare power cords and hoses, etc. And then against the aft wall in the Lazarette, you'll see the stainless posts coming up. Those are attached to your rudder. You have this boat's equipped with hydraulic steering. Again, when you look around through this space, you will see how clean it is. So it's a very nice space. On the starboard side of the Lazarette, you'll see your hot water tank, and just behind that is both your lift muffler, where the exhaust and water go in from the generator, and above that is an exhaust and air and water separator. So when you're running your generator, it's very quiet outboard sides of the boat. Again, you can see there's a float for a crab pot there, and then the other rudder post. And you can see on the back wall, you can see hydraulic steering parts, your parts for your trim tabs that are on the boat as well. So it's a very open space, lots of storage capability, and easy access with the stairs that go from the Lazarette to the aft deck. That's pretty much it for the Lazarette. It's a great space. Welcome to the engine room and more fun. Now, it may not be stand-up headroom. I mean, a 48-footer, that's not what you expect unless it's designed as a long-range cruiser. This is a 770 displacement Ed Monk designed hull. It's great for offshore cruising. The boat has a nice low-profile design, so you have great access. You can see I'm sitting here on one of the stringers, and the stringers go all the way across, fore and aft. Really well-designed engine room. So let me start with a few features, as we always do in each space. A pair of 3126 Caterpillar 420 horsepower diesel engines. Great power for the boat. They're coupled to twin disc transmissions. And then you have the Aquamet stainless steel shafts, and the packing glands have been upgraded to dripless packing glands. And you'll see when Jeff pans over it, there's clear rubber over it. So if you ever did get a little drip and the shaft spinning 1,000 RPMs a minute, that water hits it and just drops into your build. So it doesn't spray water. So that's a nice little feature they put in. And we always talk about features. The engine room is pretty much immaculate. The stringers, the engine bed. So you have your fiberglass stringer, and then you have stainless steel beds that your motor mounts bolt onto. Not only down bolted in, they put pieces in here, they're through bolted. So there's really a good solid base for your engine motor mounts to bolt onto. And as you look at the engines, they've been beautifully maintained. I mean, they're well painted and kept up. They don't paint the hoses. Hoses are great. They're double clamped, stainless steel clamped. Alternator, you look at all the components, there just isn't anything that's rusty or crusty. Also, and you can't see this from where I'm sitting and Jeff is shooting, you have Groco filters and through hulls, and they are really clean. They're not all patinaed up and green. They've been really well maintained. I said earlier in this video, which I want to repeat, this is a 1998. The owner has owned the vessel, one owner, since 2003. It has all the records for this boat since taking delivery himself in 2003. So great history. So I'm just going to do a bullet point real quick. I mentioned the Cat engines. There's an Onan generator. On the starboard side, there's dual props. On the port side, there is a Magnesign inverter with L16 battery bank for that. That's your house bank. Then there's dual Raycor water separator filters for each engine. They have a crossover. So what it means is if you get fluid or get water in one of the filters, you can cross it over and run off the other filter while you tend to the other filter. You have the same thing for the generator. There's a diesel furnace in here as well. There's spare parts, hoses, belts, oil, etc. that's throughout the engine room. So again, while it's not stand up, this is a great space. With all the other areas in the boat, the engine room is one of those places that you truly have to come in and see for yourself how beautifully well maintained this boat is. I appreciate you watching the video on the boat. You won't be disappointed. It may not be the boat for you. I don't know. but you won't be disappointed in this Ed Monk designed offshore cruising vessel. Thank you for watching the video, everybody. We really do appreciate it. You will not be disappointed going through this vessel, whether it's the Flybridge, the Pilothouse, the salon, the staterooms, engine room, everywhere in this boat has been well taken care of. So I look forward to having the opportunity to show you this vessel. Thank you very much for looking at More Fun. This is Martin Snyder. Reach out to me at 206-423-1302 for more information.